What's up? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's get this straight. What up, Anthony Sanchez? I should have done this before the stream, but I'm watching the LA Kings battle right now in Columbus. Blue Jackets are. Will you be on MLC tonight? I will not be on MLC tonight. That is not my world. The NAMM event was awesome. Oh, good. I had a great time on lesser known characters. Chappelle Lacey and Joel Jimenez. Music related podcast. It would have been one of the greatest episodes of all time if they would have left in the beginning where I just started talking shit and they got a little nervous. So, but it's their podcast. Yes, Crate Master in the house. Thank you for being a longtime fan from the beginning. A lot of you have been longtime OGs. Zoom, ACDC. Yeah, but that's the great thing about Chappelle Lacey is that's really how he feels. That's his laugh. It's not fake. It's not, put on. It's, when he laughs like that. Did you have to give? Oh my God, let me tell you something. NAMM yesterday was out of control. Let me also show you something I got from NAMM. This was my pass. And I saw my longtime friend, the great Tal Wilkenfeld. Now, Tal can never say my name properly. She has a very thick Australian accent. So instead of calling me Earl, it comes out like Earl. So as you can see, Earl. Mostly known for playing guitar, bass guitar, the bass, with Jeff Beck at 16 years old. She's also played with Prince, Greg Allman, Tom Petty, Jackson Brown. Her musical resume is insane. And one of the coolest, probably a top 5 moment for me at the Comedy Store. She came in one night while I was on stage on my birthday and slid over to the side piano and started playing a Rat song, Lay It Down, on the piano, which, very few people could probably do. Like, she probably listened to the song once. So, silly, we don't do that type of stream in here. This is a nice fan-friendly stream. We don't do the dirty stuff in here. So keep it clean. Keep it clean. I'm in a good mood, so everyone be cool. But NAMM was fun yesterday. It's a lot of freaks walking around. I didn't get to see Steve Stevens. I'm not sure if he was there or not. Who else was there that I did get to see? I mean, it's so big. I mean, it's in two gigantic convention halls. So, criminally autistic, don't be bombing in my stream. This isn't a Joe's Crab Shack. Zach Wilde might have been there. You look like a star. Oh, well, that's very nice. Not many people come in here with an actual compliment. So it was very, it's overwhelming, man. I mean, there's hundreds of companies, drums, guitars, bass. Ryan Roxy, my buddy, was doing a signing at his guitar strap sponsor. There's microphone people. There's amps. Marshall had a really nice booth. I think there's something like 1,700 booths. So it's hard to see who's there and who isn't. But I had a good time. For someone who's not in the music world, I had a good time. Yeah, I believe the AVN Awards are tonight, and my friend Steph Tolev, the Canadian Destroyer, is hosting. They've had some cool hosts over the years. My friend Danielle Stewart, Kay Quigley, I think Matt Rife one year, Ari Spears. Yeah, it's a pretty fun room. Although the porn industry ain't what it used to be, because of all the free shit now you can go online. I guess they still make porn movies, and these awards are that red carpet must stink though. Oh my god. Whew. But Kings are down 2-1. Columbus 8:27 left to go. I mean, I don't think Billy Crystal. That would be funny if they got like an A-list comic to do it, just one year, like a one-off. No, it's well, I have a white background. Let me fix that for you on my iMac. Let's see if that helps. So it's definitely not foggy in here. It is the usual visual accoutrements. You think my phone is the lens or the wipe your cam? All right, let me. How's that look? What's up? Does that look any better? I mean, it looks fine to me. I did not see Trump in LA. I don't think I was. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Still looks like crap. I don't know what to do on that one. It's giving the fog effect. The fog effect. Let's get to the check openings. Maybe that'll spruce it up. There we go. Maybe a little light. I mean, it looks pretty good to me, but like, what do I know? Okay, so as you know, last stream I opened up my SAG checks. So we had one for $7. I mean, let me. I do this for the fans. Can I get a loan? Hold on. Let me. It's the best I can do, boys. All right. How's that look? Yes, and then the other one was 13 cents. Okay. Sorry about that, boys and girls. All right, so let's open up the money honey. I'm showing you guys the money honey. I mean, I don't think I'm going to get a check for $3 million, but, you know, who knows? But, you know, I'm Honest Earl, so we just open up these checks. And this one ain't much better. Trust me on that one. $0.59. Bert Perkins, one of the elite super chatters in the history of the Earl Skakel, Earlverse, Earl world, whatever you want to call it. Let's see what this one's for. Yikes. Not much better, to be honest with you. $0.09. Now, usually there's one for a few $100. Usually. All right, we got 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Kings are down 2-1. Man, this is a rough. You know, you guys think that living in Hollywood is a dream gig. By the way, I'll be at the Comedy Store tonight, 12:15 in the usual Kinnison spot. I'm killing it, baby. It's a new year, and with new ways to save at family-owned Theodore Robbins Ford. I'm making the money, honey. See, I'm honest. Most people, I'm going to switch over to Collision after the King game is over. Hopefully it's on a few more, yeah, I mean, everyone who handles these checks is probably, hey, man, damn. Here we go. Show me the money, honey. We got 4 more checks here. Now, these checks were for the great television show I'm Dying Up Here. So, wow, I'm killing it. Three more checks. Well, at this point, I might have to start talking about Ray DeVito. But that's all right. I'm killing it, baby. Well, you know, financially, to be honest with you, I'm doing better than most comics, so I can't really complain. Okay, here's the last one. 3 minutes, 28 seconds left to go in the King game. Maybe this one, Bert Perkins did some self-financing. He did not. All right. The money, honey. So that's what a Hollywood actor makes on 5 TV shows. Some of those checks were from Benchwarmers. Some of those checks were from the Jellies. Some of those checks were from I'm Dying Up Here. Some of those checks, I've never gotten a residual check from Roast Battle. It really is the show that keeps on giving. So hit the like and subscribe button, pretty please. Whoa! And if you are in the LA area tonight, that's where I make the real money, honey. And I'll be at the Comedy Store tonight, 12:15. Ryan Roxy from Alice Cooper's band will be in attendance. Can you imagine what he gets? And then who else? You've got several other people, from the NAMM, from the music world, who will be in attendance tonight at the Comedy Store. The Rock and Rollers. They got to laugh too. I mean, they make less money in this business than I do. So it should be a fun night at the Comedy Store. And, the Kings are really putting the pressure on. Kings have an empty net now. Let's switch our attention to the LA Kings game. Back to Spence. Spence on the point. Over to Kopitar. Kopitar in the circle. He's got... No, that didn't happen. Kevin Fiala behind the net. Throws it around to Kopitar. Kopitar in the circle. Whoa! Byfield almost scored there. Kings are they're getting the pressure on. I mean, they haven't played a bad game. Outshot the Blue Jackets 32-19. I mean, this is just one of those games where, what can you do? All right. You just get the feeling the Kings, they're snake-eyed. They need a goal scorer. They are not scoring goals right now. Just one of those things, unfortunately, that, they're rolling snake eyes. All right, Spence out. Oh. Fiala. Oh, almost. I mean, this is like, wow, rocking. Well, minute 19. Minute 19 left. I mean, the Kings have been in the Columbus zone for like fucking 3 minutes. Score, baby! Score, baby! Well, I'm dropping shit all over the place. Quentin Byfield, baby. 1:05 left to go in the game. 2-2. Kings at the start. of that. I don't think the Kings need to hire me. They got to get a goal scorer, baby. They had one in Archer Scalia, but he's scoring goals now on the Rangers. 5 games, 2 goals. But what are you going to do? I'm not a hockey scout. Oh, MLC is live right now, so if you guys have to leave the Earl Skakel world, I've already hit the goal of $0. So, I can live a comfortable life knowing that you guys will leave me. Earl, you're familiar with the singer in the 80s, Van Halen. Van Stevenson. I know Van Stevenson. I know of him, but I don't know. The only Van I know is Halen. I don't know Van Morrison, Van Stevenson. Well, thank you. I mean, Kevin makes me laugh, so I'll probably go over to MLC when I am done with this stream. I'm not quite sure how much longer I'll do this for in terms of tonight. I mean, I'm not quick enough. I mean, you don't really realize how good hockey announcers are. I mean, they have to go to a new city every game. And I mean, obviously they're pros, but they, like the Columbus Blue Jackets, their goalie's name is Merschlicken or something. I mean, that's tough to say. Thoughts on Liam? I don't have a problem with Liam. I don't really know him. Last time I saw him was at a memorial for a comic who got run over at an open mic. So, I don't really have a problem with him. I know it's probably not the answer you were looking for, but I only really, to be honest with you, talk shit. Oh, I mean, that's a tough one though, because you have to be really cookie cutter. My buddy used to do that. He was a DJ at the LA radio station K Rock, and he really had to tone down. I'm not even a dirty comic, to be honest with you. But you really have to, there's kids in the crowd and older people in the crowd. So, like, I couldn't, like, do what I want to do. But I think anyone who's seen my comedy, I'm sure, let's just say I was up for that gig. I'm sure the Kings would do a deep dive on my YouTube. And, yeah. I had a friend of mine who used to play on the Cincinnati Cyclones, Jimmy Boom Boom Bonneau. What did you and Piper usually talk about before the show? I'd make him laugh. I don't remember, to be honest with you, anything in particular. But we were friends, so I would just make him laugh, try and get him in a good mood. I mean, we did his podcast at 9 a.m. on, I think, a Wednesday morning. So, we got overtime now. The LA Kings and the Columbus Blue Jackets. The LA Kings out shooting the Blue Jackets 33-20. Here we go. I do love 3-on-3 hockey. Now we got a 2-on-1 the other way. Columbus 3-on-1 almost. Kopitar. Kopitar for 37. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Here comes Kempe, Comedy Store favorite son. I had a nice conversation with him in the Joe Rogan bar at the Comedy Store. That's a good one. Who's more famous, Kim Kardashian or Ronaldo? I mean, people don't really. I didn't break my knee. I had tore my ACL severely in '91, and my legs were so big and strong. I didn't realize that I had no ACL for like 12 years. I mean, in the so the injury happened in '91, and then about 12 years later, 2003. Big save by Kemper there. 2004, I started getting severe pains on both sides of my right knee, and Byfield wants it tonight. He wants it. So I went to the doctor, and the guy just looked at me and goes, you don't have an ACL, right? I don't even know what that means, Ross Incognito. But my knee still gets sore, and there are some things I can't do in yoga. Just but I did the rehab to the T. Don't spoil it for me, Jim. Don't spoil it for me. I'm in overtime right now. No spoilers. I probably am a little bit behind. I did pause it to take Lois for a walk. Whoa, you're going to break away by it? Oh! Oh, we got a penalty shot. Penalty shot in overtime. You don't see too many of these. No spoilers. No spoilers. All right. I mean, the Kings, I'll take a point if they lose this game. I'll take a point and oh, I don't even think Moore hit him on that. All right, here we go. Well, I mean, there was an Ian Russo sighting last night, Chris Neff, at Fanatic Salon. Stay on point. All right, here comes Wisniewski, a defenseman who does score goals. Here we go. All right, he didn't score. Were you a fan? I was a fan of Bob Uecker. I love Major League. I like the first one, I understand why they did a second one, but, the first one was really good. Brendan Schaub retiring from comedy. I don't even know if he started in comedy, but maybe he's been working on it. I mean, that first special was horrible. I didn't watch the second special. I can't imagine it was much better, but I can't say it wasn't because I didn't watch it. You got to figure like an MMA fighter. There's not a lot of plan Bs. I mean, he can announce. But what's he going to announce, I mean, John Anik ain't going anywhere. So I guess, I mean, Bellator doesn't really do TV cards anymore. So it would be a tough, obviously he's knowledgeable about MMA, but I don't think Showtime does MMA anymore. So, all right, 2-on-1. I want to see Leslie Jones in MMA. Oh boy, I mean, should be a tough out. Yeah, Norm, that was a great story. How dare Ottawa beat Trias? So we don't talk about Pat Dixon and Gino Bisconte in here. This isn't. We don't. This isn't a Dabbleverse wrap-up show. Why don't people just call him Patrick? I don't know. What happened to Bellator? I don't know. I mean, Bellator just kind of disappeared. I mean, Scott Coker. I mean, they had some good cards. They were not. They kind of had a little bit of a pride flavor. With like Fedor against Brett Rogers. Who's literally working at a tire store. 4 months earlier. It's a lot of money. To rent an arena and. Pay. I did love Gegard Mousasi. He was one of my favorites. He just seemed so uninterested. Uh-oh. I don't know what's going on here. But I don't. Brett Rogers, I mean, after the Fedor fight, I think he fought a few more times. But, all right, well, Columbus won in overtime. Kirill Marchenko. I mean, I'll take a win, or I'll take a point. First game of the road trip. You don't want to be an extra in Hollywood. The work sucks. You sit around all day. You got to get there before the main cast. I mean, the poor extras on I'm Dying up here, especially the people who played the the audience. They had to sit there. They had to get there 2-3 hours before we did. They had to stay 2-3 hours after we left. I mean, it's a brutal job, and the money's not good. He assaulted his wife. Yeah, I don't remember much about Brett Rogers other than the Fedor fight. Didn't he fight Overeem too? Well, yeah, I mean, clearly not. But if you can imagine what I get paid, it's worse for extras. But also some of these shows, like, I mean, I'm still getting paid for Benchwarmers, not much, but that movie was almost 20 years ago. So, you look at, like the Jellies, I mean, the Jellies never got canceled. So, absolutely. Roid Ream. He was on Roids in Pride, from what I knew, a buddy of mine who used to fight in Pride and in Japan and the other organizations. I forget Pride's main competition, but they did not test there. Bob Sapp is like, the guy's a fucking giant. You look at, who was it? Not Jeff Monson, but there were some big boys over in Pride, and then they come to the basically WWF, and they come to UFC, and they're testing. I mean, look at Vitor Belfort. I mean, he looked like a deflated tire toward the end. Dan Henderson, when he stopped taking TRT. Now that's a gray area because TRT for a while wasn't illegal. I mean, I wish the Jellies. I've been to many a Pride event. Oh, I thought you meant like gay Pride. I've never been to a Pride event. I was supposed to go to the Affliction fight where Josh Barnett was going to fight Fedor. And then I think Barnett got popped for whatever he was on, and then that was canceled. I mean, will the Jellies come back? Probably not, to be honest with you. But I think that, Tyler is such a interesting dude that I could see him just waking up one day going, I want to do the Jellies again. Call Earl, call Phil, call AJ, call Kylo. Well, I mean, you take what you get, I guess. I mean, I've never had horse meat. I've had buffalo. And you're definitely inhaling a crazy amount more protein with buffalo meat. It's a little dry, but it was good. I mean, I don't know how you would bring the Jellies back. I mean, of course, anything's possible. To be honest with you, I don't know if there is a demand to bring the Jellies back. I mean, it was a hit by cartoon standards. Hello. But I don't know if it was necessarily a hit where Adult Swim would say, hey, Tyler, we'll pay you whatever you want. But people always want to work with Tyler, so, it's one of those things that, it's probably up to Tyler at this point. Yeah, I mean, where I had a a bison burger, I think they called it, was in Colorado with Rob Schneider. So literally, our buffalo was probably literally killed an hour before the meal. I mean, it was good. I just remember it being really dry. But that was one of my first road gigs with Rob Schneider, so I acted like it was the greatest fucking meal I've ever had in my life. I would love to work with Phil Lamar again. I mean, to be Chris Neff dropping some LA comedy zingers in the chat. I mean, well, Kenny Lyon knows karate. I mean, if Ian Russo could, if it was like a Texas death match where you could bring weapons, and I'd go with Ian Russo. By the way, Ian looked very fat last night. We're talking about a open mic level comic who hit a woman in the head with a steel water bottle. He's now back in the LA comedy scene. It's the talk of the LA comedy underworld. There is an underbelly, as me and Chris Neff can let you guys know. No, it was not a work. It definitely wasn't a work. If you want to go down a rabbit hole, look up Ian Ira. That's IRA Russo, ROUSSO. Follow him online. Ask him if he's hit anyone in the head lately. She didn't do anything, to be honest with you, William. I saw the tape, and this one's on him. So it's just kind of crazy to me that he would think that after a few months, he would think it's all right to come back and, hey, I didn't know. Ian, how are you? Peter Chicken Man Brennan, the only person in the Earlverse allowed to type in all caps. Nah, not this one, William. It's not this one. There have been, I agree with you, but the tape was legit from two different businesses that showed the same thing. So I don't think that you can, I mean, you can do anything you want with technology for sure, but I don't think that you can do what we all saw. But, you know, I don't know. You know me, William. I do my research. I just don't talk shit. What up, Mac Ryan? Hit the like and subscribe button. 38 minutes in, I have not asked you guys to do that. We'll do an hour stream tonight. Then I've got to go to the gym and work out, and then strap on my leathers and wear my new Iron Maiden Miami Vice t-shirt tonight at the Comedy Store. I'm in the usual Holtzman, Brody, Kinnison, Tripoli spot. Yes, I am close to 3,000 subs. For some reason, I hit a real lull. You know, last year at this time, I was about at 1,250. So now I'm close to 3,000. And yeah, but I don't think it was in a steel coffee bottle, Chicken Man. So Earl is going to get physical. You know, and that, I mean, that video to me is so weird. Like, think about it. I was 12 years old when that video happened. And I was like, why are they all walking off together? You've got an Olivia Newton-John prime baby. And these guys are all, oh, they're gay. This is that kind of a gym, though. But you know what? I don't care. I don't consider myself so good looking that every gay man at John Reed Fitness is going to want to make love to my buttocks. How many ring boys do you think hit under the ring when Pat Patterson came around? I mean, didn't that guy still work for the company? I mean, that's crazy to me. Oh, I know, but like if you think about it, it's creeping you out in 2024. So I don't know how old you are, ACDC. I think we're around the same age, maybe. You know, think about watching that video as a 12-year-old. Yeah, well, that's the best video, or that's the best picture of that. So, you know, so you were in 556, so you were 8 years old in that video, when that video came out. I never worked out with Godfrey and Chud. Now, I've worked out in the gym at the same time as Godfrey, but that was at Equinox in West Hollywood. Godfrey's jacked, man. Like, it doesn't really come across in these videos, but you know, it's so 40. So, what year were you born, Ross? And my math is horrible. So you were born in 84? No, 94. So you were not even born when that video came out. So, isn't that? No, that was who was at Equinox in West Hollywood when I was there? Fabio, the Winklevoss twins, James Kennedy from Vanderpump Rules, Jack Black. people of that ilk. If you're a real baller, Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, you're working out at your house gym. So I don't mind saying I was born in '68. Um, so I mean, just the music was better, the videos. I mean, kids today who are growing up to MTV don't see any videos. Ever meet John Saxon? I have met John Saxon. I don't know if you're fucking with me or you. That's kind of a random name to pull, but I have met John Saxon. He was kind of a dick to me, and I win because he's dead and I'm alive. Um, you know, I asked him for an autograph. He said he didn't have the time. It's like, bro, you haven't been in anything since Nightmare on Elm Street 2, bitch. Um, I mean, I think entertainment wise, I mean, look at the movies we grew up with. You're going to tell me Fast and Furious is better than Stallone in the 80s? Shit. Or Schwarzenegger? I mean, everything's better in its early era. Look at the UFC, man. No weight classes. You had to fight 3 times a night. I mean, it was no fucking joke. Um, yeah, Roper from Enter the Dragon. Here's an interesting thing: when that golf course scene where the two thugs try and beat up Roper, one of them was Pat Johnson, who was the referee in all the Karate Kid movies. Pat Johnson was, I believe, taught by Bruce Lee, or he taught Bruce Lee. One of the. Um, I mean, I play video games every now and then, to be honest with you, but I don't like, I don't, I might play like one game of NCAA football, college 25, just to kill some time or to mentally stimulate my brain. It is stimulating to like, have to like brain to hand ratio. Mr. Roper all day. I mean, I love Mr. Furley, but like, I just, I don't know. I wasn't a huge Joe Rubbo. Damn, that is quite a pull. Joe Rubbo, the fat guy from Last American Virgin. I don't think I've met anyone from that film. That was a great era of teen romp comedies. You sit there and you think Fast Times at Ridgemont High and you know, Red Dawn. Not that that was a teen romp comedy, but there's a lot of teen romp comedies that kind of flew under the radar. And Last American Virgin was one of them. The Wildlife was kind of one of them. Um, and hey, what's your job, Omar? Well, before I tell you my job, Omar, hit the like and subscribe button. Hello, my job is Private School is another kind of movie that flew under the radar. Um, then you had a great song at Private School, sung actually by Phoebe Cates. How do I live without you? How do I live without you? Um, I mean, and then you had like Hot Dog, the movie, Ski Resort, and some other like ones. What was the one with Dice Clay and Johnny Depp and Rob Morrow? Private Resort, I think. That's kind of, and of course, Making the Grade with Dice Clay. Yeah, but I'm talking Queen on about movies that were kind of under the radar. I mean, Revenge of the Nerds is a pretty big movie. Yeah, and I think they're still happily married. I mean, I guess you could say The Wildlife is in that cult movie status. Like I wouldn't say Weird Science because that's a big movie. So I am a stand-up comic, Omar. I am a voiceover actor, YouTube streamer, just an all-around good guy in the LA comedy world, which probably explains why you've never heard of me. But that's okay. Message held for review. These are always fun. Midnight Laundry, you are bombing in my stream right now. I don't allow that. Pick up a pen, bitch. I don't kiss anyone's ass, which is why I'm doing a stream to 20 people on a Saturday night. But I'm glad that we have a small but mighty group in here. You know, we just need about 500 more of you. So tell a friend to come into the Earl world. That's from Hot Dog the Movie. What is from Hot Dog the Movie? Oh, Midnight Laundry. I apologize. I apologize, Midnight Laundry. I came in hot at you. I haven't seen Hot Dog the Movie in quite a time, so I apologize. I humbly apologize. I'm trying to think of other movies from the early to mid '80s. I mean, Porky's 2 was pretty good. No, Porky's 3, when they're all literally in their 30s, it was a little hard to believe, to be honest with you. Hot Dog, the movie, was, it's a perfect movie for that time. I never met Anne Heche. Which movie was Paul Land in? Didn't Paul Land do another movie after The Idol Maker? It was like kind of a sexy romp movie. I never met Sam Kinison. Bigger wrestling fan, Chad Zumark or Jason Hervey? Don't they look alike? They do look a little bit alike. I do think Chad's bigger, though. Jason Hervey's a pretty small guy. Hard Bodies, that's another one. I mean, there were so many made at that time. It was literally like just throw shit against the wall. And I'm trying to think what other. I mean, there's so many that I remember seeing on like Showtime and Cinemax. I believe Paul Land. Do I have my? It's killing me. I don't have a producer. I do have the Sam Kinison spot. You got to give him the bigger and better seat. Hold on. Let me look up Paul Land, the actor. I know he did like one more movie after The Idol Maker, and it was kind of like a raunchy movie. Paul Land, actor. Shows a lot of, My Bodyguard kind of fits into that vein of movies that, should have done better but didn't. Spring Break, 1983. Let's see who was in Spring Break, 1983. Here's the description of Spring Break. 1983 American sex movie. Stars David Nell, Perry Lang, who was always in those. He was in Big Wednesday. Paul Ann and Steve Bassett. The film follows two sets of two college guys spending a weekend in spring break. Hold on, I'm getting a text right now from Ryan Roxy. You guys are on the list. So let me see here. I've got to got a lot of people coming to the Comedy Store tonight. So it's a little bit more nervous than I usually am. And hopefully it's a good show tonight. I believe it will be. Hold on here. It's unprofessional, but when Ryan Roxy is messaging you, you must hold on. She'll be there. Nice. Chris Makepeace. Here's a little trivia that most people don't know. The Kiss album, The Elder, was supposed to be, if it did well, they were going to do a movie, about it, kind of like Pink Floyd, The Wall. And Chris Makepeace was supposed to, be in that movie as the lead, but hold on, anything is possible. So obviously, the Kiss movie, The Elder, did not do well, so they did not do the movie. You nervous because Lifshitz might show up tonight? Here's the thing. I get that question a lot. What's it like when you and Jeff are in the same room? And for me, to be honest with you, it's not awkward for me at all. He just stares at me. I mean, like I said, he's a sociopath. He knows what he did was wrong. Well, he doesn't care, but and he knows I've never said anything that's not true. I don't talk shit. I talk facts, chicken man. So, you can't really combat the truth. He can't say, I didn't fuck Earl over. He knows he did. Now, he doesn't care, but he can't, he can't. Well, the last time he saw me, I was talking to this hot girl. And I could tell he was bummed out. Like he looked at me, looked at her, and then just walked by. And you could tell he was like, "Why is she talking to Earl and not me? Maybe because I'm cool. Maybe because I don't look like Mr. Clean if he let himself go. Let's roast." So, but I mean, I can live with everything I've said. So, that's just who I am. The Kings did not win. The Kings lost 3-2 in overtime. They deserved better. They had one goal disallowed, but they played very good. And you can't win everything. I mean, Columbus is a good team. I mean, Columbus is probably going to make the playoffs. So, and a great fan base there too. So, so yeah, the Kings played Detroit on Monday. It's a tough road. Tough road trip because then they play Florida and Tampa and Carolina. So this is quite the road trip for them. Midnight Laundry. We don't we don't do that kind of potty talking here. But no, you may not. Do you regret getting rid of the Jeff Ross roast presents roast battle jacket? I don't. I got rid of the shorts. I got rid of the hoodie. I got rid of the card they gave me. I mean, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, which is too bad, man. I mean, that should have been the happiest time of my life. First time on television, on Comedy Central 5 nights and 6 days. After 15 years of nothing. I was I don't want to say star of the show because, I mean, Roast Battle does not make any stars, but, clearly the most popular one on the show. Great story. I was like the Rocky of Roast Battle, the Buster Douglas of Roast Battle, or whatever you want to call it. And yes, 16 candles in the house, baby. And it didn't work out as I had anticipated. But I mean, you look at the state of Roast Battle now. There's no one left from the original show except the autistic kid, who is perfect for Jeff to just bully around. I mean, there's no Coach T, there's no Wade, there's no Saudi Prince, there's no me, there's the celebrity judges now are people who used to do Roast Battle. I mean, we went from John Mayer and Dave Chappelle to someone who was eliminated on episode 1 on season 2 as the celebrity judge. The Randall Tex Cobb of Roast Battle. I took a beating, but I walked away, baby. We got 5 more minutes, guys. 5 more minutes. I got to walk Lois. I've got to do all kinds of stuff tonight. I don't know what that means, Yusuf, but hit the like button, you spamming bastard. I don't even know what this means, but okay. I don't even know what that meant, William Zoom. Thank you very much. It is energy drink time. I don't understand. Was that guy trying to be funny? So, I don't understand some trolls. At least try and be funny. Can you live stream Kill Kevin? I will not be at Kill Kevin. First of all, I wasn't invited. But they don't. They seem a little unorganized, to be honest with you. Like someone said, this was someone else's shtick, but I would have said it too. I there's no stand up, which is why I'm not going. Can you live stream? Oh, Peter Chicken Man Brennan, it's so nice he said it twice. No, because then that would put me in the Dabbleverse world. I mean, I'll probably watch it, but I might do a backstage stream tonight at the store. Part of the thing is when I'm right before I perform, I'm nervous and shit, so I don't really. I'm not in the right mindset to stream right before I go up. But maybe I'll. But that's also at like midnight, which is 3 a.m. for you guys in the East Coast. So 86,000 seconds. Boy, is Yusuf trying to get in some more stream. I do like doing the backstage streams because it is fun to see like the inner workings of the Comedy Store from behind the curtain, if you will. It's kind of like when I got to go backstage. Sarah Tiana took me to go see Dolph Ziggler wrestle The Miz and Miro and Brock Lesnar at the Forum, and we got to go backstage, and it was fucking amazing. Like that's when I bumped into Brody Lee, and he looked down at me and said, "Watch it, kid." What up, Ray? What up, Ray? Yeah. I mean, I don't. You dabble, and I do dabble in the Dabbleverse. I watch it, but I don't want to talk about it. I mean, here we are, Saturday night, 7:25 my time. I'm assuming everyone in the Dabbleverse has already streamed today. Kevin is streaming right now. I don't want to talk about Ray DeVito. Like, I really don't. I don't want to talk about Chad. I don't want to talk about Steel Toe. I don't want to talk about Rob Saul. And the Dabbleverse has gotten real creepy lately. People going to people's work, people going to people's homes. I mean, if someone showed up to my home, I'd beat the shit out of them. If you see my bro Neil tonight, will you ask him a question from the chat? I might. Hey Neil, live. We're live with Neil Brennan. Neil's always nice to me, but it's very. Hey bro, what's up? It's very. It's almost seems like it's uncomfortable for him to talk to me, but he's never not been. He's always been nice to me. He gives me the bare minimum, and I guess he should. I mean, he doesn't fucking know me. So, he was very nice to me when he judged my very last roast battle. He voted for me, which made me feel very good. I'd much rather get his vote telling me I'm a good writer than Jeff's vote. Of course, Jeff did not vote for me. You were planning on stopping by where, William? Happy Saturday night to you, Waver. Thank you for your tip last night, I believe, from NAMM. You didn't get well, I'll give you the ray gun treatment for last night's. This is for Waver's $10 last night. I don't think he does, AC/DC. The parking was brutal at NAMM. That is, it took me, I dropped Ryan off at the front, and it probably took me another 45 minutes. I had to bribe a guy $50 to get me to park in some hotel parking lot. And then that was about a 20-minute walk. But I will say NAMM was very organized. Like they directed you to get your pass, and it was very easy to do everything. I mean, I'm not kidding. The parking sucked there. They were all full. I mean, me and Ryan's signing at the. His guitar strap booth was at 1, so we got there about 12. So by 12, I think there was like 1,700 booths. So you got parking for 1,700 people. So there just aren't a lot of uh, parking lots that are going to hold that amount. Of course, it's not 1,700 cars, but 1,700 people, probably anywhere from 700 to 1,000 cars, I'll say. So we do get to eat for free at the Comedy Store, but they really only have like comedy club type food. They used to have really good chicken tenders. Like they were probably the most healthy thing I could eat, and I would usually just peel the batter off and eat the chicken. Now they have pizza. I don't eat pizza, so I mean I don't eat it a lot. So and then they have the green room. It's not like backstage at a Rolling Stones concert. I'll show you guys tonight what we get to eat in the green room. It's protein bars, gum, mints, bottled water. I mean, I eat pizza, but it's not like I can't tell you when the last time I've eaten a slice, if you will. So, and usually, like tonight, we'll go to Swingers afterwards, which is a great diner frequented by Tyler the Creator. What happened? No, yeah, there's no more mimosas. There's no more margaritas. It's straight alcohol. Um, so Phil's Pizza in Chicago. I've only eaten pizza in Chicago once at what is it, Giordano's. Great evening when I walked up to the guy. It was packed. He looks at me and goes, 3 hour wait, bro. And then Rob Schneider poked his head out from behind me. And literally, this shows you the power of celebrity. 2 minutes later, we weren't just sitting at a table, we were eating. And I think that pizza is still in me. Holy fuck, it was thick. Yeah, I mean it. I mean, I think I had one piece. Jeff Richards had like 3 or 4. He's a machine, though. Um, Kip Smith, what are you talking about? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I looked up the lot numbers, and of course, as soon as I found where to go, he was right when you found them. Oh, you mean the booth numbers? I mean, the booth numbers were crazy. Like, it's not very well laid out. It wasn't like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. It was 1, 8, 6, 12. So you can imagine, Ryan's booth, I think, was 15 something, 1, 5, 5, 4, I think. So if they're not all in numerical order, it was, yeah, but pineapple helps you shoot bigger loads. So believe me, more guys should eat it. Trust me on that one. But my overall review of NAMM, my one day at NAMM. By the way, I will be selling this on auction. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a musician, so I don't know if I would say I had an amazing time, but it is, pretty neat. Of course, I got to see my longtime friend Tal Wilkenfeld. I haven't seen her in a few years. So, I mean, she's awesome. So, it was great to see her play for a little bit. I know my video of her playing wasn't the best, but I mean, her booth, her signing was very popular, and she was playing with some like 11-year-old kid who's like a whiz kid. Um, so it was overwhelming for me. I mean, you've got every major company there: Marshall, Jackson Guitars, Gibson, Les Paul, and probably 100 guitar companies I had never heard of before. So I did. Ryan Roxy got paid me. He sold a guitar strap to pay for the money, honey. Ryan Roxy, a great guitar player, Alice Cooper, and many other bands. Um, yeah, I mean, I wish I would have done that. I mean, it took me. Now, granted, I was tired because the parking was just stressful and it's a long walk and whatnot. And my God, it was. I should have done that. But it's overwhelming, man. Like I said, there's, I think at least there might, I don't know how many booths there were. There might have been more. I mean, I was in the downstairs part, And there was a whole upstairs I didn't even go into. So there might have been as many as 5,000 booths. I mean, this is the Comic Con Super Bowl of the music world. BC Rich, yeah, I mean, I think Bruce Kulick played BC Rich. Um, John Melendez did not have a booth. I don't think he has any sponsors. He should have a sponsor. Hello. See, that's a quick joke, improv. That's why no one heckles me. I'm too quick, and I won't even notice when I don't get a good line in because I'm too busy looking good. Now, if anyone can tell me what that movie is from, I'll be impressed. Mac Ryan, you sure do say hello a lot. I wanted to see the Jackson guitar. They made Robin Crosby's guitars. Of course, they also made the Pink Flying V and the Shark Fin Vinnie Vincent Jackson guitars. Did you see? Well, bands don't have a booth, at least to my knowledge. I would say the most impressive, booth was the Marshall amp booth. It seemed to be a bit bigger than everyone's booth, and of course, I got an interview request from a podcast company who was there with their microphone stuff. But it was in my Instagram spam filter. So, well, each heckle's different. So, probably my best heckle comeback, which literally caused a riot one night at the Comedy Store, was I don't play guitar, but if I could ever have a guitar just to hang on my wall, was the Robin Crosby reverse neck Jackson guitar, made by Grover Jackson, who is the one who recommended Mark St. John to Kiss. But my best heckle ever was one night I'm at the Comedy Store. It was packed, 400 people. I mean, the room was popping. And I can't say the word this guy used, but this group of Raider gangbangers in the back were like, "Take off your leather pants, you maggot." Think you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, "You're calling me a maggot and you're with 5 dudes and 2 girls who look like dudes?" And that did not sit well with them. They tried to storm the stage. Of course, security kicked them out. And then they started fighting with security in the sidewalk of the store. I was still on stage. So I did not know this was all going on until the manager was like, "Hey, you should take a look at the security footage from when you were on stage." And that was pretty wild. So, I mean, I've always wanted a guitar. I think one day if I'm ever able to arrange this, I would like to buy I think a Nags guitar. That's the company that endorses Steve Stevens. And I also, one of the cool things about NAMM was I got to see my longtime friend who I've never actually met in person, the great drummer Mike Fasano, who's drummed for everyone. Was a drummer in Warrant at a point. And I got to see him, so it was neat to kind of finally meet him. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see the Kramer booth. I think I saw some cool bases. I saw I forget what company it was, but a necklace bass, which reminded me of Tony Lewis from the Outfield. I missed my friend Todd Kearns by one day. He was there Thursday. I was there, yesterday. I did see Vernon Reed yesterday, or was it Muzz? I think I saw the bass player from In Living Color. He had a big line. Yeah, but see, I wouldn't play my Nags. I've never played a guitar in my life, so I would just have Steve sign it and probably frame it. So I was hoping to run into Steve Stevens. I don't know if he was there yesterday. Metal Mayhem every now and then plays a good video that I want to. Yeah, that's okay to be a Swiftie. I mean, I forget who it was. Definitely someone from In Living Color. I think they were at the bass booth. Who was the bass player in Living Color? I'm pretty sure it might have been the guitar. It might have been Vernon Reid. Um, I mean, Living Color should have been. I mean, they were pretty big for a minute, but they probably should have been bigger. But their problem was they were almost too good. Like they weren't the best looking group of guys. They weren't ugly, but I mean, the singer had an interesting look with the dreadlocks and the body glove suits. But for some reason, they were probably one of the better bands from a musicianship standpoint of that era. Kind of like Winger. Winger was a great band musically, but they didn't really get the credit just because Kip Winger was so attractive. It's not his fault. So, the bassist is okay. Maybe it was Vernon Reid then. Maybe it was the guitar player. Um, yeah, I mean, or not most, but a fair amount of lead singers do, I think they can do the acting thing. Okay, thank you. Guitar, vocalist, drummer will come on. All right, I'm gonna guess it was Vernon Reid then. Why did Muzz leave the band? Oh, 92. That was probably a good time to leave. Uh, my favorite, She's Only 17. Can't sing that song anymore. You're gonna have to update that shit. And it's creepy as fuck because Winger's all in their 50s now. Kiss was singing Christine 16 and they're in their 70s. Get the fuck out of here. Well, I hope he was nice. He seems like he'd be a nice guy. But my favorite, Corey Glover was in Platoon, huh? My favorite in Living Color song is The Glamour Boys. The Glamour Boys. I'm fierce. I am the Glamour Boys. Woo! Great guitar solo in The Glamour Boys. But they were trying to cash in on the glam thing at that time, so it probably. We're gonna go 2 more minutes, guys. We're gonna hit the 75-minute mark, and then Earl has to go to the gym. I gotta walk Lois. Put on my leathers, and another night of comedy at the store. I will do a live stream. You could probably sell that for a couple bucks. Well, since Jean Beauvoir owes me my fucking pictures back, I'll go Corey Glover. Any way to get you? There is. I mean, you've got to. I tell you what, I'm going to put my voiceover reel on Twitter or X. And then you guys have to tweet that to Family Guy or King of the Hill. And, it's that simple. Yeah, I mean, WFig, I might have to use that. Christine, I mean, that song's creepy as fuck, even when they were, young enough to sing it. That that day I saw you coming out of school that day I knew I've got to have you. I've got to have you. She's been around, but she's young and clean. I've got to have her. Can't live without her. I mean, that's creepy as fuck. If you see Caroline Ray at the store, don't mention my bro KB. I don't think they like each other. 100%. That's a fact, Jack. I only really like Bad to the Bone. All right, guys, that is it for Earl Skakel in the Earlverse. So I'm going to put my voiceover reel up on Instagram and X, and then if you guys want to take it to the next level and tweet at Family Guy, King of the Hill, whatever, that's how you get it going. I went into overtime tonight because before I started this stream, I said, I want to do a 75-minute stream for no money, honey. And bam, dreams do come true.